I shut down the other broadcast, so I had to bring this one up.
Yeah, I didn't know how to get in. I couldn't figure out where to go.
So very good game, very tightly contested. Some of my um, aggressiveness did not pay off, giving you short fields, but you made some really good calls there. You're very unlucky that that uh, fourth quarter interception by T.J. Watt on I think it was a guess wrong flat pass while you were driving close to field goal range. Um, that was the key play.
There's a lot of back and forth. I never focus on a few plays. You have a chance of 60 minutes of giving something like. It's just that regular season. In the autumn wind, uh, Cousins had 5 interceptions in the whole year, and he threw two. In the playoff game we lost, he threw 7 interceptions in this league, and he threw three tonight. So uh,
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. Small sample size.
he's not he's not coming through in the clutch.
Well, I think one of them was correctly double teamed. One of them was on the defensive cards, and then there was a that guessed wrong one on his card, which I think is like a 2-3 split or something like that. I was going to look at that. Um, I did have a that one fumble when I was driving. Um,
Yeah, that hurts you. I thought you
that
were
would have got
taking
me in field
at that point.
solid field goal range, and then I had the missed 2 through 10 field goal, um, which I kind of felt, oh my god, it's going to be one of those 11 and 12 ones.
One of those premonitions, huh?
Yeah. Any other key spots in the game? Like I noticed that you weren't, when you had the lead, um, you stopped doubling with the free safety as much, which makes sense when you got a 2-score lead. And but then even as the game was tight, um, I threw a lot to Madison out of the backfield.
Oh, you did. You were throwing to Madison all the time. I'd have to double team with my free safety, and that leaves uh, uh, the Kua wide open. So I couldn't do that.
Gotcha.
So I thought, okay, he's going to throw to Madison. Let's make sure there's. So I tried to have 4 guys in the short pass on as much as I could.
Yeah, that was a good strategy. I just figured I'm just going to keep throwing to him until you double team him. A couple times I went away from him just because I thought, oh, here comes a double team. But
You worried me a little when you put Davis in the game because I know you like to throw deep to him.
yeah, I figured, I got to put something else in your mind so you don't always lock down on the Kua.
Yeah.
But you did a good job limiting him. I think he had that 131-yard pass when I went deep against I got a 6 against the free safety 5. Um, I got a couple other passes to him, but I'm not throwing to him as much as I normally would because you had so much attention on him. So
But
and then
another
you were
thing,
burning me with Hunter Henry, um, because I was selecting T.J. Watt a lot, and so you knew you'd get a guess wrong receiver rating. I'm guessing that's why you went over there.
well, I knew if you blitzed that you were. I looked at your stats, and it's Hunter and Watt that gets your sacks. So, but you were figuring out that I was going to Andrews a lot in those situations. So uh, I had to stay away from him because I could tell you were smelling me out there.
Here's an interesting stat: no punts by Seattle in the game. Only one punt by Philly. No kick returns. All of them were touchbacks. No punt returns. So just one of those games where the
Yeah,
kickers were not
special
doing a
teams
whole
didn't
bunch.
really make a whole lot of difference, huh?
Yeah. Um, well, thanks for coming on. Did you anything else you wanted to talk about? How you ready for spring fever on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I haven't had a top 10 draft pick in forever. I can't remember the last time I had a top 10 pick. So, uh,
I It's my wife's
what
birthday.
do you think? What do you think of this quarterback? Do you have a pick of the first 9?
No, I don't think I have a second round pick and a fifth round pick, something like that. I don't have a lot of picks.
Tell me your feeling on Richardson, Stroud, and Young. Do you think they will all go in the first 9 picks?
I don't think Richardson will anymore because there's been a lot of talk about um, you know how these NFL writers in the offseason talk about who's going to where the quarterback's going to wind up, and a lot of people are
Yeah,
predicting.
Nathan tells me he's going to take Richardson, and I'm kind of
Really?
dubious about that.
Well, he might, because one of the things I did read is that he's working with um, the same quarterback coach that helped Josh Allen, and after his first year, I think that's who it was, or maybe yeah. So working specifically on getting a consistent throwing motion and you know increasing his completion percentage. Because right now his stats are terrible, but remember Josh Allen's stats were pretty bad the first year too.
Yeah, yeah, no, the quarterbacks, and they all have kind of a different learning curve, but I think they really take more than 2 years to develop, unless the real superstars come on in the first 2 years. But usually, you got to be putting it together by year 3 and 4.
Yeah, I have no first round pick, no second round pick, no fourth round pick.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm going to be a spectator for a lot of.
Sitting around for a while, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if I assumed that Richardson and Stroud would go, and then I might have a choice of Young, and I'm not sure about him. What do you think about Bryce Young?
Well, he really came on in the second half of the season, um, showing a lot of improvement. And I think that team was so bad his rookie year that you can't really judge too much by that. So I think he's probably worth a first round pick. You know, more like in the middle of the first round, but who knows? Teams, I think quarterbacks are gonna be looking for it. Where do you pick exactly? One dot what?
Number 10. No, I'm at number 10.
Okay, so yeah,
So,
there's a very good chance he could be there. And
well,
he's
that's what I'm actually worried that he'll be there because I don't really have a quarterback. Brissett is going to be my quarterback if I don't get somebody else, and he's got a strange car that might actually work for me. But the number one pick in the draft, if he's available to me, it's kind of hard not to pick him. But I don't like quarterbacks that aren't tall enough to. He doesn't seem to, get a. I agree with you. He looked better at the end of the season, but I don't think he has the gravitas to really. Uh, he has to find a space somewhere. But a short quarterback with all these huge linemen, I think is going to struggle. Uh, uh, Almost throughout his career, I would think.
yeah. Well, you never know. Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, those are some short guys that did okay.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no, Breeze was definitely an exception,
but yeah, who knows with quarterback?
and
But you're
as
right.
I look, there's really 9 or 10 really good players that I would like to take. Your
You're
Witherspoon guy, I don't think he'll last to the
no,
10th
he
pick.
won't last. He'll go top five.
Yeah.
I love the way you look at each year and try to compete the best you can. The trades you made, getting Kelsey, obviously is on his last card. He's picked up a couple other ones to fill holes. So you're never one to like, oh, I'll just blow off the year and
Yeah, I
give a
just never
quarterback next
write
year.
off the year to get those good draft picks. So, but then I do like these out of winning this. I get a nice playoff. I go down and I tank in the playoffs. So maybe I
Well,
should tank in the regular season instead
yeah,
of the playoffs.
Tank's never good. Tanking's never good.
I
So
just feel
I,
so sorry for my opponents in the playoffs. That. But I had a really good year with this team, and it just ran out of gas at the end.
yeah, you just got diced. I mean, that was very lucky to get from that.
I never blame it on the dice, but towards the end of the year I played all the tough teams.
Yeah, if you look at the teams that made the playoffs in Frozen Tundra, they were all within 3 wins of each other. Number
Yeah,
one seed had 12 wins, and you know, special playing game, whatever, 11th seed had 9 wins. So everybody was right in there. So it's
yeah.
a good year.
Well, this is a good league, and it's so neat. These leagues, there's so many. They're all good coaches. I can't find a bad coach anymore. There used to be when we played the table game. We had some poor coaches, but I haven't seen one in the computer in a long time.
Yep, everybody's doing a good job. So
Yeah.
all right, Duke, I'll let you go.
Okay, congratulations again, Dennis. You're top notch. Good job.
All right, so thank you. I appreciate that. I got lucky though. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, see you, Dennis.
Take care.